Beckham wants all the money.
David Beckham?
Give it to him.
I mean, he has all the money,
That's
doesn't he?
true.
Katie weighs in.
I really don't care.
No. I think that's going to be fun all day. This mayor eats a rat.
Oh, stop.
Wow, he's like...
Oh, LZ.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Look at He's eating that
Bad joke.
Got him. Got him.
I've been working on that all morning.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota.
There are... Oh, welcome, by the way. It's Friday. Sports Nation. Ramona is here. Jacoby's here. LZ's here. But I just want to say there are a total of 6 This is Sports Nations that are to be said during the course of this show.
This is Sports Nation.
You've already missed one.
I just made up
And
for it.
no, I will be keeping track right here.
I
on
mean,
the
it's
chart.
like right there. People know.
The clock
That's not the
says
point.
this is Sports
What if they can't see that? Anywho, let's start this bad boy off with the obvious. Show him the money. Odell Beckham Jr. Look, he's an amazing talent. He has had his share of ups and downs. Recently spoke with The Uninterrupted and shared his desire to become the highest paid player in the NFL. Take a listen.
It's like the elephant in the room, and you don't want to talk about it. And I've gotten to the point in my life where there's no need to not talk about it. I believe that I will be, hopefully not just the highest paid receiver in the league, but the highest paid, period.
I mean, that's obvious, right? Doesn't everyone want to be the highest paid?
Not an elephant in the room. Everybody wants to be the highest paid.
Everybody wants that. I don't even care what you do for a living. You want to be. Why wouldn't you want that?
Exactly. First of all, this is Sports Nation. Second.
Doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count.
There's not a deficit that you get to make up. You either miss it or you don't.
Okay, anyway. When you look at what David Beckham has done, and I know the criticism is, well, you're not even the best player.
Odell Beckham?
I did say David Beckham. I was just telling my bread,
I'm
didn't
all for
I?
making this about David Beckham now.
Yeah.
Well, they both play football. Gotcha.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. So,
Also doesn't make up for it.
God, it's just
Keep going.
anyway.
Like
So,
-2 already.
Beckham, all right? They say he's not the best wide receiver in the NFL. That may be true, but he's the best wide receiver under 25 in the NFL.
Ooh.
And that is an important factor because when you look at his first 3 years in the season, the dude is making history. He has so many firsts. He's the fastest receiver ever to do something or the first ever to do something. So when you think about the fact that we're used to quarterbacks being the highest paid player, maybe it's time that we have an ideological shift in the NFL and you start valuing guys
Who's
like
gonna do
Odell
that,
Beckham
though?
Jr. Well, you know what? He has some leverage right now because he is the best player on the team in the biggest market in the country. He has the leverage right now. They don't want to lose him. I don't think they're that stupid.
Look, a wise woman once told me that the way that men show respect is through money. The way that a wise woman, I don't know who it is.
Who was that?
I think it was maybe Miss
Who was that
Alvino.
that told you that?
Miss
That's how you are shown respect
Yes.
in the worlds of business.
And-
it's by the money, not by cards and flowers.
And now,
Thank you.
that's like
Wait a
a
minute.
one. You
You
just
just
like pulled out some ones. Oh, 20s. Okay.
Why do you have all this?
This is
I
now
can't
an
carry
NFL.
cash.
That was beautiful. Like you just have that like right in your pocket.
Yeah,
right
what-
there.
That's how I show respect.
You don't have a money clip or a watch.
I just saw
one
money and I
reason-
lost my mind.
Reasons to have singles.
Put it right.
Laundromat in. Go
He's
ahead,
got a lot of
Ramona.
20s. It's fine.
But like, this is now NFL guys watching NBA players get paid for 2 straight years. And Odell's like, if I don't ask, I'm not going to get it. If these guys are getting paid, we should get paid too. And I'm all for NFL guys getting paid because they really don't.
And you look at Odell Beckham Jr., we remember the headlines. We remember the getting hit with the net and the crying. And we remember the shirtless photos in Miami and then the drops in Green Bay. But last year, he was 3rd in catches, 3rd in yards, 5th in touchdowns amongst wide receivers, 71st in salary. So will he be the highest paid player in the league? Sorry, Odell. Probably not. But does he deserve to be top 5, top 10? Absolutely. He will get paid. And I think that there will be some brushback for him saying that he wants to be the highest paid player in the league.
That's the thing.
It's just ridiculous. Everybody wants more money. No one wants less money. He just wants more money and he said it.
I do think that it needs to be dealt with, but I do think in his specific case, sometimes it's like, just go out there, do your job, be great, be amazing, crush the world, and then it will take care of itself. But for those of you who are going to say, stop crying about the millions you're already making, can we just point out the difference between what guys in his position make at the top and who they compare to in the rest of the league? Because that's the issue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, the wide receiver ranks. just barely hit sort of the middle of the road on the quarterback side of things.
And
That's
those are
the problem.
complete contracts. That's not annual.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and the whole notion about you just, keep focused and just do your job and you'll be taken care of, that's complete crap because he has another person in his class that's also facing an Aaron Donald in L.A. They're not paying him his money either, and he's probably the best defensive player in the NFL right now, and he, too, is drastically underpaid.
But just saying it, like saying it in an interview, isn't going to get anything done. If anything, it's just going to make people angry.
Or Aaron Donald is holding out, apparently. So maybe Odell Beckham Jr. should do the same.
All should hold out. How are you going to get away with no wide receivers? Let's talk some hoops. I just want chaos. So that means a walkout. I'm fine. Kyrie Irving drama continues to play out. Yes, it's only been a week, by the way, guys. Recently, KD was asked about this particular situation. Take a listen.
I really don't care about the Kyrie Irving situation. That's whatever I just want guys in the league to be happy wherever they play and have some fun playing ball. So wherever that is for Kyrie, I hope he finds that.
So that got us wondering, what does KD think about a number of other offseason moves? How about Jimmy Butler to Minnesota?
What do you think?
I really don't care.
Or maybe PG3 going over to Oklahoma City.
Your thoughts, KD?
That's fun.
How do you feel?
I really don't care.
Oh.
I'm going to let you guys change graphics before I go to the next one. Oh, CP3 going to Houston.
Your thoughts? Hey,
Come
I really
on.
don't care.
That was awful. All right? I want to apologize to America for what we tried to do right there.
Look, I loved it on paper. I loved it on paper. I absolutely loved it on paper.
It's a good idea.
Like turning red, I didn't even do it. All right, those are all made up. I don't know why I'm having to tell you that. But seriously, do you think this Warriors team actually cares about anything else that's happening?
Not at all. I think there it is. This is Sports Nation, by the way. I don't think they care at all. Like, I think that they're enjoying watching everyone else squirm and scramble to try to compete with them. Like, that's fun for them when you know that you're that much better than everybody else and everybody else is scrambling and trying to move around and they're unhappy. You just sit back and enjoy.
I think there's something to that. Like, there is the post-championship off-season in professional sports is just glorious. It's the best thing. You get the best bites. Everyone's so happy and everything's great. But I do think that these moves this offseason will directly affect the Warriors. The Western Conference has gotten much, much better. The Thunder, all of a sudden, out of the bottom of the ranks of the playoffs into the much, much better. And then you've got the Rockets that are getting better. The Timberwolves are the team that really went from nowhere to somewhere. They have to play these teams over and over and over in the regular season. And if you start extrapolating how they get out, they can get stronger with the free agents next year. This is a shift. There was a feeling after they won, like, you know what? Everyone should just stand back and let them win 3 championships in a row and then maybe make a run at them. But it feels like everyone is now making a run at the Warriors.
Not everyone. There's like 3 teams that are trying.
That's fair.
The rest of the league is sitting back, waiting.
Waiting for the 2018. One, they shouldn't care because there's nowhere Kyrie's going to go that's really going to impact whether or not they win another championship. But then, two, if you remember last year when KD went to the Golden State Warriors, who didn't care? LeBron James. Because he was like, I got a ring, and you didn't hear him with all these questions going, oh, my gosh, I'm really concerned. No, he was just like going, it doesn't impact me.
Yeah, but do you not think there's a difference when LeBron says he doesn't care about something versus other people in the world?
I think there's a difference only because we have a better sense that LeBron is throwing shade. But trust me, all these players are aware of who's going where because they're all friends. They all talk. They all compete. I mean, right now in Vegas, everybody's playing against each other right now. So they're aware of what's going on.
But
they say they don't care because they want to go dirt off my shoulder.
But it's also, in this particular case, it's not that they just won. They dominated.
Yeah.
They literally just dominated everything that stood in their way.
And they're all coming
back. So they're
back.
at the top of the mountain, but it wasn't even a struggle to get to the top of the mountain. They're just sitting up there comfortably. So why would you care?
Like, KD's off on his tour, though. Like, he's in India right now.
Yeah.
He's probably going surfing all summer. Like, he's not, like, thinking about it. I know.
He surfs?
Great. Huh. I like that. I'd like video of it, please. Back to football we go. Cam Newton. Not his MVP self last season. Not only did he struggle at times, he did take some pretty big hits that we discussed, refs. That's got some people wondering if he should cut back on all the running. He was asked about that yesterday. Take a listen.
I don't understand certain things. Like, that's my edge, you know. You gonna expect the lion not to roar?
Hey. Oh, he also added, I took last season real personal. This is not just another year. LZ, I'll start with you. Do you expect Cam Newton to get back to that MVP level?
Can we just see the clip where he goes, "That's my edge"?
That's my edge.
Yeah, you like that,
With the beard and it's like a whole thing.
I love to remember Jodeci or something like that.
Do you just brush the bleach on the bottom?
What are you asking me?
Put it in the bowl and then just dip it.
I guess I could ask myself.
Yes, ask yourself.
Come on.
That's my edge.
I don't want to know.
All right, so here's the thing. I expect Cam to bounce back. I'm not quite sure if that means that they're going to automatically be a better team, because while Cam had his struggles on the offensive end, there was also a huge issue what happened to them defensively. The team that went to the Super Bowl was a much better defensive team. They ended up replacing great players like Josh Norman with rookies who got destroyed. And so that impacted whether or not Cam was going to get the ball in the middle of the field or back to his own 20.
Yes.
I mean, all of that impacted the outcome of what happened last season. So MVP level, I think MVP implies that the team's going to win a lot. I don't know if they will, but I do expect Cam to bounce back.
I completely agree with you. I looked at this too, and I imagined Cam Newton. I remember that rookie year being up here, and then a down year, and then the MVP. But you look at the numbers, it's really the team wins that go up and down. His production is pretty consistent through the 6 years he's been in the league, and they are going to go as the team goes. And you got Luke Kuechly, who's got this concussion issue, and who knows if that comes back this year. And like you said, they lost Josh Norman. And then when you're playing from behind, it puts him in a position where he has to try, and the defense puts in strategizes against
Here's the thing, though. They're not catering to him anymore. They're not running things through him.
Here's his
They're not
MVP year versus everything.
trying to make him feel valued. I mean, Cam Newton, like, Michelle, when you...
It's not about feelings, Ramona.
I think it is. With a guy like that...
No, it is. And look, can you not make the argument? I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but can you? And I'm not even picking on Cam Newton. I'm actually just speaking of humanity. But as a human being, when you've reached sort of the top levels of things, right? Is there not a part of you that, let's say you come off of that and you don't have as good a year the following? Is there not a part of you that thinks maybe that was my peak? Like, I might be good for the rest of the way out, but that might have been the best that it's ever going to get. That's not knocking shade on anybody. That's just the way it is. Somebody has to be top.
If you look at like Tiger Woods, you could make an example for
do
that.
you
But
think
in an
that crossed his
individual
mind
sport,
ever?
I just feel like the franchise, the roster, the coaching, there are so many variables in the success of a National Football League team that you can't isolate it to one person the way you can in other sports, not just individual sports like basketball for one reason.
But I also know that athletes know their own body. I remember Serena Williams famously said after winning 4 majors in a row, I'm nowhere near my peak. And you're sitting there like going, you just won 4 majors in a row. People don't do that. But she knew her body. So I think Cam, if he knows what he's capable of, he's like going, okay, I was hurt. My throwing shoulder was bad. We didn't have I didn't read the things I could have read in a certain sort of way. That maybe his best days are still ahead of him. But again, I can't stress how important it is that the defense shores up as well. Because there aren't a lot of quarterbacks in this league that's going to consistently lead their team 80, 90 yards down for a score. They need to get the ball in a much more manageable position going forward.
And he's going to run less, let's be honest. He's going to run less.
You expect the lion not to roar?
Yes, I do. Also, I would have gone Panther there.
Yeah, right? Branding.
Go Panther.
Guys.
Go Panther.
The lion's
Go
the
Lions.
king of the jungle. What are you doing?
Oh, that's his edge.
I know, but king. Or maybe he's going to Detroit, LZ.
Are you starting
Presented by
things?
Sports Clips. That's what we do. 1 year for Travis Shaw.
See the left fielder there, Hernan Perez, called him off.
They need
You know what?
Wow, that's
I'm putting that on the left fielder. You got to yell him off there. Don't let him do that to you.
That's like an important part of
Perez.
it.
At least they avoided a collision, you guys. Silver lining.
They would have led the show if there was a collision.
That's a great point. 2 years. Thank you for Aaron Judge celebrating the home run. Oh, no.
Oh, 1-2. 2 years, 1-2.
Did you just get sad?
That's sad. Like, put it on that helmet.
He'll fix it.
Low-key not been
That
great.
hurts. That really hurts.
No, but they're going to fix it. It'll be fine. 3 years.
I didn't even know that was
This.
Breaking down soccer.
Hit him with it. Oh.
Is that a sprinkler?
Sprinklers turned on. Sprinklers turned on.
That is perfect timing.
He's all serious.
He got double sprinkler.
He's getting his hot takes together. Takes it too hot. Takes it too hot.
Coming up, Mike Tomlin said there are consequences for Le'Veon Bell missing camp. Are we cool with this? We'll discuss.
I'm cool with it.
All right, this is Sports Nation.
What does KD think?
You get a good point.